The show's about all these graduates who get jobs. For some reason they're not treated right because they have disabilities, they have a hard time, and it kind of really affects with what they're doing, so they quit.
Then we basically get angry, and then we start doing jazz dances.
And then for some reason they kind of realize that like no matter what they gotta keep going.
If it was a movie, I think I'm guessing the gender could be like a drama film, comedy, and fantasy.
Everybody will love it.
And we are back with Let's Talk Autism, and we are with our special guest, Elaine Hall, and now we are joined by Jordan Lesch.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, Jordan?
I'm great.
To have you
Thanks
here.
for having me.
Yes, and you are in Work in Progress.
I am.
So, yeah, tell us a little bit about Work in Progress and what's going on with that. It's a big weekend.
It's a big weekend. So Work in Progress is our new original musical starring teens and young adults with autism and teens and young adults without autism.
It kind of takes place where the last play left off.
Yes.
Which was the Intimidation Game, which is about bullying in high
Right.
school. Now this play starts when,
Excuse me.
bless you, where these kids graduated and now they're going off in either to college or the workforce, or now what do they do?
What do they do after that?
And we have a
Right.
song that's like, now what?
That's
And-
the opening number.
Because that really
opening
is an
number.
issue for our kids, right, Elaine?
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
They call it falling off the cliff.
Falling off the cliff.
Exactly.
So.
And I play the principal
Okay.
of the Miracle High School.
And you started as a volunteer.
I started as a volunteer 2 years ago. I moved here from Chicago, and I came here to find new work in this field. So I've been very happy. I enjoy it very much.
So how did you get connected to the Miracle Project?
I volunteered at a Jewish rehab called Beit Teshuvah in Culver City, where I worked in the theater department teaching improv. And they connected me with Elaine in the Miracle Project, and I started volunteering 1 day a week, and then I moved to 3 days a week, and now I volunteer with 3 or 4 different classes, some of which are Jewish humor studies, improv for interaction, and of course the play that we're doing now, Work in Progress.
Okay.
Yeah, the Improv for Interaction class is a class where our students actually learn real life social skills and using acting to get them into that space.
So, and this is at the Wallace Annenberg Theater.
We are at the Wallace Annenberg Theater in Beverly Hills. We have our big gala, our first big fundraiser at the Wallace, which is on April 30th.
Which is this weekend.
It's this weekend.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
It's a big weekend, and Friday night we're going to be, we're honored at Universal City Walk with Autism Rocks.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that event.
So we're really excited. We'll be previewing some of our songs from Autism Rocks. Some of our songs from Work in Progress at Autism Rocks. So you'll meet some of our students, and that's a free event that's open to everyone. And the Miracle Project will be receiving, we're the beneficiaries of donations from the fundraising efforts of Alex and his amazing team.
That's terrific. Who are some of the performers there besides the Miracle Project?
Well, Joanne Lara will be there with Autism Movement Therapy, and she's also has consulted with us for Work in Progress.
Okay.
And there's going to be a lot of YouTube stars, and it's really going to be and there's a special guest that I don't know if it's a surprise guest at the end. So, so that'll be Friday night.
We'll keep that a surprise.
Yeah, and then Sunday is Work in Progress. It's an examination of where we go once we're graduating high school.
Right.
And how it's challenging for parents.
Very challenging because it's not like with other kids that go off to college and then go off to a career.
Yes, yes, yes. And yet we also bring up what a typical mom goes through of letting go, so that we normalize it for all of us.
Jordan, tell us what. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the students are trying to find value within themselves in their career or their workplace or their education, which I think for autistic young adults is especially difficult to place value on their lives, where as non-special needs, young adults. They don't, like you said, have a problem going to college and getting a career and starting a life.
Yeah.
It's more
It's sort of a known path, whereas
Right.
with
Yeah.
our kids, it's not a known path.
That's right.
And
It's
they
a
actually
journey.
have called it falling off the cliff.
Yeah,
That's
and I
right.
think work in progress really encapsulates their struggle perfectly, and it'll be relatable to anybody, whether or not you have disabilities.
Okay. Tell me what you've learned from working with the kids on the spectrum.
Oh God, I've learned a lot of patience and a lot of compassion, and just sorry about that, and
That's okay.
community and love and just trust and everything. What it means to have a mentor, and what it means to be a mentor and to have a mentor. And I always say that I came in thinking I was going to be helping. But at the end of the day, I believe that I am helped more than I do.
You've been helped,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Right. Okay. So tell us one more time the details. We've got Sunday of work in progress.
Sunday work in progress. Also Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and we'll be at the Wallace Annenberg Center. For details, you have that on listed on there.
Yes, we
The
can get
shows
those
are at
details.
7 p.m.
Yeah, and shows are at 7 p.m. on. We have only about 10 more tickets left for the gala.
Okay.
So get if you're interested, come immediately. And
And then Autism Rocks again is what
Autism
night?
Rocks is this Friday at which is April 28th.
Eighth, I believe. Yes.
April 28th, and we'll be performing at Autism Rocks
And that's at Universal?
at Universal City Walk on the
Okay.
big stage.
City Walk on the big stage. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you, Jordan, for
you.
Thank
sharing
you
your
for having me.
experiences. Thank you, Coach E. It's always good to see you. You're always welcome here.
Love coming.
Okay. Great things going on.